bloody scamps, I could skin them all.
All right, I'm listening.
Last seed, day 10, I met Sevine, a woman grieving over the loss over a dear friend. Although she does not know a motive, Sevine suspects that Garrus Lorin was murdered by a fellow ordinator she saw close behind him before he fell. The Office of the Watch has dismissed it as an accident, but Sevine has new cause for doubt. She does not believe that the ring found in Garrus' possession was the one she originally gave to Garrus. He was to have it enchanted with the spell lock for reasons of their own convenience. Examining the ring, I noticed it had a reddish hue characteristic of destruction magic. However, the spell lock is in the school of alteration. Typically items enchanted of that school wear a purple sheen. There may be something to this woman's suspicions. Operating on the notion that the Office of the Watch may have given Sevine the wrong ring, I have agreed to ask Elam Andas about it. 25 Last seed, day 10, I was listening to Simon Ferlini complain about how slow business is in his bookstore. He's right, it is a poor location in a corner of the canal works in the foreign quarter. He hinted at having some other enterprise that helps him stay in business. I wonder what it may be. 26 Last seed, day 11, I've been told by a citizen of Dagonfell that a Nord named Garrick Blightborn is seeking to hire adventurers to clear his family's tomb of monsters. Perhaps if I have the time, I should seek him out. At Dagonfell, one of the locals told me that a Bosmer named Fargan is claiming to have found the location of a mythical Daedric ruin. This Fargan character is supposedly renting a room at the end of the world. I've heard rumor in Dagonfell that there is a Wondroaz helm to be found in the ruins of Onisurlis. It is a large Daedric shrine far to the north of Vardenfell, west of a place called Vass. It's been suggested I seek out the brothers Norvain, who have left recently to investigate the ruins. 25 Last seed, day 10, I met Sevine, a woman grieving over the loss over a dear friend. 26 Last seed, day 11, the island of Ashnar sounds like an interesting place. so I should see it. To get there I need to find the boatsman Amstein at the Dagonfell harbor.
So, welcome back. And we are in Dagonfell with Yayu Ashwing. I think I was trying mostly to get some probably the Temple Pilgrimage, but I ended up here.
What is it,
One
friend?
of the Van Ninja houses. And as we are here, we can take a look at this now big village. Plenty of mods here, like this one, but mostly I'm trying to find a way to use most of the vanilla houses.
Speak up.
Vanilla, maybe. Because they are a nice way to teleport around. So I know this one is an NPC.
Speak up.
Get a new quest, but
Yes, Breton? What do you want?
we are still very low level.
What's a girl gotta do to get some attention around here?
Hello.
What makes this smell?
How interesting. A tourist.
Oh, this
I
is
have
another
met a
quest.
mage named Varially in the End of the World Tavern in Dagonfell, and she wants me to help locate a man named Sauver Berries. I should ask around Dagonfell.
And this should be a quest from the Quest of the Week
The
mod,
indignity of it all.
I think. So there's another necromancer to find and kill in Dragonfall. There are already one standard, but this is a new one. And this is a nice barn. Added by the Serendipity Traveler mod. You can spend the night here if you like. This is one of the interior ones. But there are also like exterior ones, and well, they mostly work Sometimes they don't, because if there are enemies nearby, exteriors don't work very well, but usually they work well enough. But anyway, from here I like to reach. So over there, there's one of the vanilla houses, and we could try and go there to teleport back. The center of Wonderful, probably. But as we're here, I want to show you this nice view of Dragonfell, hyper-modded Dragonfell. And also this very nice water mill. And she's selling some very nice weapons. I think the mod is has been done by a mod called Kondur, but I think he's using a different nickname nowadays, so probably you will find it on a different author name on the Nexus, but the original name of the model was Kondur. And it's a pretty nice add-on to your modded Dragonfell. I think it's very nice Nordic shop. If you like axes especially, and longsword. Maybe I have something to sell. Maybe. Not really. And this is the interior of the tower, and I think down here there should be the other workshop.
What's your story?
So Baron the Gentilier is the smith, and his wife is selling the weapons on the shop. That's the story. And here is the animated mill. Pretty nice. And then we have the super scenic Dreamer Bridge, Dreamer Bridge from the Epic Dragonfall. And various ships from other mods that are using the port as a hub to reach some new land masses. And so it's pretty busy here in this now very big village. And
may the wind be on your back.
What I did is finish the Epic Dragonfall mod, so what was without some interior now has it, so the barracks here are all now with some related interiors. So it is more standard. Okay, so let's take a boat. I want to try and reach some Talvani place. Let's see if I can manage to reach Saturday tomorrow, maybe. And as you can see here, the port is a sort of hub. There are
Head on.
Taking a trip?
Long trip?
captains from several mods here. I think this is one. Aldkaji. He's also going to Firewatch. She's the captain that can travel to how is it called? Sustain Castle, which is a mod by Corana maybe. Oh, this is interesting, the Redainia village. It's interesting because I have merged two mods that are overhauling the village, and I think they both can work together well. Oh, we could take a look at it. Let's see. I need more money. But this way I would go far from where I want to be. So, not sure. Maybe another time. What I want to do is reach Passati tomorrow and join some guild. Not sure. Okay, she's going to Sadit Mora. Let me check one thing. This is the standard routes, scenic routes, which are the standard normal Morrowind routes.
Never mind.
But she is now probably using the terminal rebuild changes. So this is a new one, Alt Kaji. Cool. Palarum. So this is a new one, probably. Or maybe she has been changed by some mod. But anyway, we will use the scenic travel.
Sadrith Mora, 47 gold pieces.
And over there we can see one of the very scenic mods added nearby. I don't remember what the mod is, but that's that cool. Uh-oh. And this mod is conflicting with the route of the bot. So basically I need to change the route or move the mod. So let's take a note about it. Let me check if I can do something like that. No, we are too far, but maybe I can click here. Yeah. Okay, let's take a note. BC Island conflicting with route. Oh, maybe it's simpler to change the route than to move the mod. Must check it. So let's see. Askurgamil. Name of the place. We are leaving the Shogorad region, and I think over there we can see part of the mainland. And that should be another big dead raccoon. Could it be Elb? So I don't remember the name of the dead raccoon, but that's the one where so it's a quest when you have to journey with an Ashland tribe. And it's an important part also of the Julan mod. And also if you have a great mod by Archimaestro Antares, which is creating a sort of hub of teleportation in between the Daedric shrines. I think the hub is in that Daedric ruin. And over there we can see the tower of that boss. And here is Albani. Albani area, boss, and over there, Firewatch. Oh, this is a way also to check if the latest time we rebuilt is compatible with it should be, but you know, I think that's the first time that I tried this route since I updated time we rebuilt. Nearly hit some kind of dynamic trunk. Okay, we are passing by at the distance, so there's no conflict. So I don't know if that's an impression or it is due to the distance. Maybe some meshes are not visible from this distance, or maybe my impression is that the towers are not so tall. Could be that some of the meshes are not visible with these distant lens settings. Or it means that they have that they are using a lower height tower. Not sure about it. Need to check. I know there must be some Galvani Lord Tower, one of the minor ones. So it's nice to see the changes every month or year when you revisit new terminal rebuild releases, and oftentimes maybe you have your computer setting that are a little better because you changed another piece, and you are able to use better settings for MGI XI and see more distant land. And you can discover new details. Okay, so in theory we should be approaching the big island where Cedric Mora is. Only the expert Dunmer shipmasters can navigate these dangerous waters. Oh, and I had a very curious question today. A message from someone, I think, that is asking to port the bot Fallout New Vegas. I think that's a little strange because I cannot say I love New Vegas, but I don't see Morrowind style bots in that kind of game, but maybe some kind of total conversion of things like this. But anyway, I don't think that's something. Maybe like some inspiration or looking at the script to see how the coordinates are stored, but I don't think you can do anything with this mod on New Vegas because the scripting is completely different, I think, and I don't even think that you can use the meshes because these are mostly standard Bethesda meshes that have been animated by Akimaister Antares and myself a little, but they are standard meshes, so I don't think you can directly use it in another in mods for another Bethesda title. So a strange request all in all. But anyway, scripts are free to use, I suppose, if you manage to find something you can port. Okay, we are here and we want to join. Actually, the bot is going away. Want to join the guilds here.
Bloody
Sadrith Mora.
So let me check. We are still level 5.
Danger.
And this is really dangerous, especially by night, because if you jump down here, you can easily die if you're using some more difficult than usual settings for the damage you get when falling down. So first thing, we need to buy the hospitality papers, and we need money for that.
I don't have 250 gold.
Maybe we have
I'll
gold,
spit
but
dirt
According to the
and
collective articles of the Council
are
of the
better
Great
ways
House
to earn a
Telvanni,
coin
Outhouse,
than
and Outlander guests in Sadrith Moram may not travel in town or speak to or conduct business with citizens, tradesmen, or publicans unless they have hospitality papers. Hospitality papers may be obtained from the Prefect of Hospitality, Angered Hell, at the Gateway Inn for 50 gold.
and this is not really enforced much in the vanilla game, but I have a mod installed. It is called Walled Sadrith Mora. It's a classic one, and all in all the one that I like most for Sadrith Mora, because it is adding these Telvanni style walls all around the cities, making believable the need to enter the city and be checked for hospitality papers.
Yes, I'll purchase the papers.
And so we buy them. And then we can ask for work.
Angered Hell at the Gateway Inn says a ghost keeps reappearing in the south turret bed chamber. He can't rent the room, and all the guests are in an uproar. Mage Mistress Aurora Uvula's, Master Nelitha's mouth, came to take a look, but said she couldn't see how to stop the hauntings. Angered Hell says the person who gets rid of the ghost permanently will receive a very general as gift from a local enchanter. Angered Hell says the haunting is in the south turret bed chamber. It's upstairs, then south, and upstairs to the room. He says it isn't hard to drive it away, but it always comes back. Mage Mistress Aurora Uvula's, Master Nelitha's mouth, inspected the room, but couldn't say why it reappears or how to stop it. She thinks it may be some mischievous sorcerer. I should go talk to her. She's always at the Telvanni Council House.
This should not happen because I have a mod.
I have purchased hospitality papers from the Prefect of Hospitality, Angered Hell, at the Gateway Inn in Sadrith Mora. These papers permit me to travel in town and speak to and conduct business with citizens, tradesmen, and publicans in Sadrith Mora.
I think there should be a mod allowing me to join the house. We will see if there are some other mods conflicting with that. Battle balanced combat mod? No. I think I'm using some very old settings from Wakim mod settings, more or less, and other other tweaks, but not something really changing the way games work a lot. I have a personal mod which is making your shield skill go to about 80 when you press the Alt key if you want to block for a few seconds, and that's the one really different combat mechanic compared to the original, but not much else. Also another tweak, so when you run backward your fatigue goes down very fast, and more or less I think that's all. I use a higher than normal difficulty for the difficulty slider game setting. I think by default it's set to 5. I'm using 8 normally, so that's the change compared to the standard. And then I have several mods adding powerful enemies, but I'm more or less okay with standard Morrowind combat. I think Morrowind is not a game that should be based on combat, on reflexes, on things like that. Or at least I enjoy it when I have not a real need to be fast with my reflexes and so on. But anyway, I want to join the House Delvani too, so now that I have the papers, I want to understand why I cannot. Maybe first we must solve the problem with this. Ooh, I did the one thing. Ooh, the one thing that I was trying not to do. I jumped down from here, but luckily we are no more level 1, so I survived. And every time you survive, your acrobatics should make a real jump. I don't even know what this better balanced combat mode is, because I'm very old school about mods, so unless it's really something incredible, when I hear something having better in the title, I am not so sure it's some better which I may agree with. So it depends. Usually Lua mods are more powerful. I'm able to do things that were not possible. But it's also true that there have been scripting extended for Morrowind since the start. There have been incredible mods done with all the scripting extenders. So. Oh, someone wowed us. But anyway, we need to go to the Talvani Council to ask about that ghost. Oh, we are hungry. We are hungry, we need food. Should have some here. So we can eat the standard way using the necessities of Morrowind. Oh, where it is? I lost it? Here it is. The food satchel and some nice looking plate. Okay, so we need to talk with Mage Mistress Arara Uvulus. We don't know her name until we talk with her. That's a mod called Last Clairvoyant Nervarin by QQQBBB. And it's a great immersion mod because so I must speak with him.
I heard that there has been some murders going around Sadrith Mora with corpses on the streets. I heard a rumor that a wizard called Ultis Torosi has been missing for days. I heard a rumor that a coterie of buoyant armigers have gone to investigate the shrine of Azura after people in the region started complaining about having persistent dreams where they stood amid lakes of fire.
Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I don't know how to find it.
Okay, I must talk with Angaradal.
Don't start in on that solemn duty crap again.
They don't like Shirayu. Probably because joining
What is it, peasant?
Lalu is not a good move.
I spoke with Arara Uvulus, Master Nelitha's mouth, who came to inspect the south turret bed chamber when the gateway haunting manifests. She says she can find no evidence of a restless spirit or ancestral influences. Banishing the ghost is easy, but she doesn't know why it reappears, or how to stop it. She suspects that a conjuration expert is involved, someone skilled at summoning ghosts.
I have no time for your Redoran.
Oh, they don't like Redora too, because we are already member of Redon's Shop. So far, no problem joining both Lalu and Redora, but Talvani are strangely not happy about this. Maybe I need better stats. That's because I have the join all houses mod and I should be able to join all of them, but probably there are also skill requirements But anyway, let's ask about this mage. We could conjure the ghost. Conjuration expert, some way. In theory, asking around, someone should know about it.
Don't start in on that solemn duty crap again.
Oh, here it is.
I'm told that Master Nelith of Tel Naga is a powerful wizard, though conjuration is not his specialty. Yulani Helleran at the Mages Guild, however, teaches conjuration.
Okay, so it's unlikely that the Mage Lord is the one involved in this thing. So we go to the Mages Guild and try to talk with this conjuration expert. And as you can see, we have these big doors. And the doors open only from the exterior. They open only when you have the papers. Be not a good idea to go outside. But there should be another door not far from here. Oh, we can get some muck as we are here. No idea what this potion is. I know more or less the icon, but the mod is hiding the purpose of the potion, the name of the potion, until I try and use it. So maybe better to look for something that I already know. Another one. Oh, this is a way to learn also the symbols of the school of magic and the kind of magic, because this way you are forced to think twice before using your unique potion while you still don't know what the potion is doing. But once you use the potion, then you know the effect. Oh, a bandit! Too slow. As you can see, my reflexes are not so good. I could never play Morrowind with a mod doing it. How is it called, that RPG where you need big good reflexes to survive? I don't remember. Dark Souls, could it be? I never played it. But I've had, it's not bad even from an RPG point of view, but it needs good reflexes, and I'm very bad with this kind of things. I mostly I like sandbox game to explore, or something a little more tactic like Baldur's Gate style games like Pillars of Eternity, things like this. So I will never install a mod for Morrowind like the ones removing the random from the combat, always hit mods and things like that. I don't like them. Okay, so we have a potion, sure about it. But really, the one thing difficult in Morrowind combat is just to realize that you need this always to be green, else you can do anything, but it will not work well. Illustrate one of these. Okay. And now let's pay more attention to the bandits. That's a risky place, probably, near that dead ruin. Oh, and I'm using actually a new mod for teleportation of companions. I have been a long time user of the Malayan teleportation mod, but I decided to try some NWSC equivalent, and all in all I think it's not bad. There are some things that probably are a little better in the old mod, but there are some good new things in the new one. So all in all, I think I will keep it. Oh, got a disease. And look at this, I just love this magic effect in the bound weapons done by Carp mod. I think they are really fantastic. They're not a good light because the weather is not good, but they are really incredible. We need to cure our disease. a seal strider, sorry, cliff racers nearby, but I cannot see it. But as you can see, there are walls all around the city. So if you don't have the papers, you must fly to enter, and then you must always pay attention to the guards, because if they find you without the papers, they will escort you out. That recruiting seems dangerous. So better to recall some friend. So this is the new model which I'm using. It has a lot of settings, so you can choose how difficult it is to cast recall, how many marks you can have. It's a nice mod. But let's go for Yashka. And the thing that is missing compared to the Malayan one is that you cannot recall all of your companions with a single cast. Oh, over there we can see the ruins of Kimalzi in the background. Hello Yashka. I like Yashka more and more because she has funny things to say. I think she could be a great companion coupled with Constance. So let's go. She is pretty strong. What's that thing on there? Maybe I need to... Yeah, she's overburdened. Okay, I need first to go out from dialogue. Then we can use this. And oh, we did. Back to the city. Oh, look at that. That's one of the most scenic houses from Morrowind. It's a house of a silt strider. And here is another barn. This one is an exterior one. In theory, you should be able to sleep here, but it depends on how many wild creatures are around. And this is an imperial shrine. I don't know if it works. Probably it doesn't work like standard shrines. It's from the Barabusis mod. Doesn't work like shrine. You can talk with the priest, I think, and get some. Oh, no, you can just talk. It's more scenic than useful. Yeah. Oh, maybe down here. Out of order. We cannot really use the bells. Oh, we keep on going down. Oh. Okay, they can barter. And we can buy... Oh, potions. A lot of potions. And the same. Oh, and we can rest here. Oh, for free, that's a good thing. An alternative place where you can rest in Sadritmora. Added by this mod called... Oh, it's in the compilation, so I cannot really tell the mod name from there, but I'm sure that is
Retainer
from
of House Lalu. What can
the
I do?
Barabusis Imperial Settlements mod.
I think that's from that. Oh, and we have children here, but basically we can enter back through these doors to the main part of the city if we have the papers, because if you don't have the papers the doors are not opening. And this is pretty good for immersion. And we have the Bank of Wonderful here.
Bank.
This is a new sign for it. And we have a new sign also for
Dirty Muriel's Corner Club.
oh we are falling down. Let's see if we can roast this meat. No, not something recognized by necessities of Morrowind. Probably it's from Morrowind crafting. And I'm not using Ashfall currently because I have some big problems with the way it is adding options to the to the vendors, adding dialogue options in this part of the interface, because it is conflicting with something and crashing for me. Ooh, 2 practice dummies. Oh, a crash. This is something not working well. Those dummies are always delicate standard dummies, because replacing them with creatures doesn't always work so well. I found that making the replacement on the fly from MWSE is usually more stable. So I think all in all we just replace the mod, directly changing them to creatures from the construction set and try to do that on the fly. Let me check if we have arrows here. Mm. Could be. Best of binding, not finding a mobile. Oh, let me show you. As we crashed, I'm looking at the arrows in the MWSC log because why not? So before crashing, we have this. One of the big problems with Lua mods is that oftentimes when some mod is not working or there's a problem somewhere, or even when everything works, but it's very easy to have some things that are nil and that then the scripts don't work as expected. So in practice you should check for things not being nil in everything you do with that. This is a big problem with Lua in my opinion, because it's a language down to be fast and simple, but it has this big problem that types of things is not checked, and it's very easy to have invalid things that you try to use, and it happens at runtime, and it's not really so robust from this point of view. Anyway, let's see if we can change this thing so at least it keeps things. From one point of view, it's better to have an error message, but it's not something you can do anything to fix, because when the game it's not giving you an expected property, it means that in that moment it is not available for some reason, and I think it's better to just skip trying to use it. Let's see. Can we fix this? But maybe it's just my opinion, because all in all, when this thing happens, you crash anyway, but I don't like spamming error messages. So so you see this is the line, but for instance, I could be all style, but when I see more than one condition in one line, I always think that it's better to write it this way, because this way you know the line where things are not as expected. But this is really hard to decide. So I think that the thing more likely to be not properly initialized is the target. So let's try something like this. So this way we should just go out if the main thing is not available. Okay. But from another point of view, it's pretty nice to be able to fix scripts just changing the source this way. It's pretty easy instead of having to save and compile, precompile in bytecode fast. Can even there's a mod by Grantor 7 that you can use to write your code on the fly and see the results in game. And that's pretty nice to test things. Not this one. No, I don't want to make a new start. Oh, by the way. It takes long because it's doing the quick chafing.
Stand up. There you go. were dreaming. What's your name?
So basically for the practice dummies, I think I will just keep the archery targets added by the superstar mod, but replace the creatures one. Oh, an orc falling from the sky. The creatures ones replacing the standard statics for the practice dummy. Remove them because oftentimes they give me problems. They don't replace well for some reason the statics, and so they crash a lot.
Glory and honor, emperor and empire.
Instead, I will use a lure mod, which is replacing them on the fly when you touch the static. That seems to work better.
Attention. One of our soldiers came to me last week with an arrow lodged in his leg that he claims came from inside the fort while he was patrolling the walls. When the targets are on the ground, there is no reason an arrow should be loosed that high. Marksmanship is about accuracy, not power, and we don't need to be taking out our own soldier.
And these are nice notes from a mod by Cliff Worms, I think. Don't think we can take this thing. Ooh, I need a spell like this. Time to spend some money.
Are you in need of my services?
I don't think he's buying some sugar. As you can see, I'm using a mod which is greatly reducing how much money you can get selling things.
At Wolverine Hall they say that the only local conjuration expert is Yulani Helleran, a Mages Guild instructor. She teaches conjuration. Someone at Wolverine Hall said that Yulani Helleran has a mischievous personality, and that she has some sort of bad feeling for Angered Hell and the Gateway Inn. The person also noticed that Yulani Helleran had been magically transporting into Wolverine Hall quite a bit lately, apparently using either a mark and recall spell sequence or a divine intervention.
He's not going to buy our moon sugar. But we can buy this lesson and learn how to cast this useful stamina spell. Well, it's not super useful if your stamina is already depleted, but it should be useful if you cast it in time. Let's try it.
Moe. Ixi. Anna.
This is useful, and this too. They are cheap rings and they can be of use. Hello.
A mage named Thelemos needs someone to escort him to a city called Havish. He waits in Vivek's Mages Guild.
Okay, this is a start of the Havish quest. One of the starts. And this is a classic mod adding a big city island with several guilds and a lot of quests. And a lot of quests especially for thieves, but also for mages. And the good thing about the mages part is that the quest is to build a new teleportation network, and once you do that, it is easier to travel around Vandenfell and from it to Erish, and so it is a pretty useful mod also for this reason, and really a mod that I suggest you try to use, because it's a real classic and a very useful mod too. Don't think he's giving us duties. Okay, let's talk.
Well met.
It is a pleasure,
here.
Outlander.
What is it?
Do you require my services?
Oh, she's the one we're looking for.
I was able to persuade Yulani Helleran that, though the gateway haunting joke was charming enough, the humor was beginning to lose its luster, and that someone might get hurt. She agreed to stop the hauntings, but she gave me a little note and asked me to give it to Angered Hell. Yulani Helleran, a mage at Wolverine Hall, asked me to find her copies of Pella, Book 1 and Book 2. She doesn't know where I might find them, but a Dunmer in Malagmar may be able to help me.
I think I have one somewhere.
I'm still looking.
But she wants two of them. Okay. Hello, Zuntra! Okay, there's plenty of nice things to buy here, but we have no money, so now solve this thing. But as you can see, not easy to make some money with these settings. The base price is 160, but they are offering 12 pieces of gold, and we are not really making a lot of money for now. And as we're here, we could also visit the Fighters Guild. We are members of that guild too. Oh, this is an interesting MCA companion
Patience for questions, Outlander.
called Symmachus. And he must be a powerful warrior, but he's rather high level, so...
I heard that Veras Riram is a close friend of Ultis Toro C.
He's not going to join us. We are low level.
Yes, Outlander, what do you want?
Today is your lucky day, so let's hear it.
Thrundi asked me to meet Alariana Macrina at the ruins of Mchur Dams, at ruin far south of Sadrith Mora.
Okay, we got our mission on the Fighters Guild. And as we are here,
Manaki has everything a hunter might need. If it's sharp and pointy, the odds are I have it, and at a better price than anywhere else.
and it's always nice to read these notes by the Cliffworm mod. I think by Cliffworm, not sure about it. Okay. Ooh, let's take these. Okay, Yashka, do you have anything to repair? You think the bunny wizards can make towers of other plants? Like, could they make a house in a giant flower if they wanted to? So she loves wood elves and she's romantic thinking about Telvanni flower towers. And I think I will try and fix her hacks. Let's see. Open Morrowind virtual reality. That could be a great reason to use Open Morrowind currently, I think, because that's not something that MGIXI is going to support, I think. So could be honestly, I think that at present the real reason to use Open Morrowind if you want to use it on Android version, or if you want to use these things like a virtual reality version and things like this. But for the standard playing, I still think that the old engine is superior with NGIXI and newer mods and so on. But it's a good thing to have new version, especially for people that love to have a portable Morrowind thing that you can play when you are going around with your phone or with your tablet. Not sure if it is possible. It would be nice to have some way to convert saves between the formats, because I think a lot of people like also to have both and use Open Morrowind to play when they are outside using Android, but they would like to be able to exchange the saves between the two versions. Maybe that too could be something to think about, but technically I think it will be rather hard to do. This one. I think I need a couple of hammers to be able to fix everything. Oh. Okay, let's see if she's actually able to get it. Yashka, here is your axe. Can you take it? Oh, she's already carrying a lot. Not going to take that. I think so. But I love this kind of companions. They maybe not the most advanced in scripting tasks. She cannot really water walk, she cannot levitate with the player, but she has this very nice dialogue part commenting about things with her personal orc lady, young orc lady point of view, and I think it's pretty nice. Yeah, I like this companion a lot. So there's already a way to use virtual reality, but not with the same kind of controllers. I don't know, I'm not sure I can appreciate the difference, because I'm really a classic mouse user. Never played a lot with the consoles, but I understand that a lot of people find the controls or consoles to be very good to use. I think it depends on the kind of game mostly. Maybe games like Morrowind are not meant for consoles, but using smaller screens, probably it works better. I don't know, maybe 3D games like I think about Ultima. Is it? I don't know if my pronunciation is correct, but Ultima, I think, Underworld. That's been one of the first games showing real 3D, believable 3D world, and one of the classics that I like most. Could be a good candidate for this kind of virtual reality because it was very immersive. You had this incredibly big dungeon with a lot of levels, some kind of hellish dungeon. I think it could be a nice game to play this way. Morrowind, I don't know. I must see some video about it. Then I will get some idea about it. Okay, let's go. I need to drop something, but I don't know why. I have no more hammers. Oh well. Oh, maybe I have the potions. Yeah. Gosh, get some potions. Oh, let's see if she's going to get the potions at least. Okay, that's working. Okay. That's because I admit I'm not really
Today is your lucky day.
following
So
some scheduling with streaming. I just open up Morrowind and press the streaming button without advice. I think that
something I can do for you?
Be praised.
There's a way to have some automatic advice when I'm streaming, but problem is I don't have a scheduling, so it's a little hard to get the streaming when it happens. But my streaming always go to YouTube, the YouTube channel, so you can always see the video about it and with your time. And then if you have some question, I usually answer there. It would be an honor to train you today, Abot. So honestly, I think it's still better than something like Twitch, where if you are not there when the streaming happens, you cannot see the video because they are deleted in a few days. And YouTube is much better from this point of view because the videos stay there, so people can look at them when they like, and if there's a particular mod interesting, they can answer anytime. And all in all, I think it is more interesting for this kind of streaming where I sort of experiment with mods and show. They are some sort of showcases about a mod in Morrowind more than a standard let's play. So I'm sure I'm doing something smart here. Okay, so I think we can go back to Angaredal. And I hope that we can join the Talvani house, else it means there's some kind of conflict or something not working as expected, because in theory the join all houses mod should allow us to join the free factions.
Can't you see I wish to be left alone?
Actually, we could use one of those potions. Oh, if you are interested on mods and modding, I think also the streams by Dana are very interesting, because she's mixing the role playing with the mods for it. All in all, I think it's very interesting whenever the person who is streaming about a game are modders, mod creators, because they have a knowledge about the thing that other streamers, which may be very good at role playing, about telling the story, they often don't have. So there are good streamers from the story point of view, but there are very few streamers with the ability to make actual mods and explain them, explain the conflicts, how to solve them, and so on, and what mod to use to role play something. And I am mostly streaming about conflicts and how to install a lot of mods in a way to reduce those conflicts and to fix them. And Dane, I think, is a good mix about this and role-playing some classes. So, all in all, I think both are pretty interesting. And let's go this way. I think we can go by the side. But I'm doing something wrong here, because first I need to go there. Oh. I do something stupid. I was trying to give him some tip, but not the right way. I don't think actually this is one of the music players scripted to be able to get some tip. I'm not using mod organizer because I'm used to work with the different files and compare files and copy, change, and work in general with files, and so for me it's much easier to use some standard tool for that, some orthodox file manager. And also because I think that any level of complexity that you add to the game, and in general to any complex program is not worth. It creates more problems than it solves most of the time. So a virtual file system, in my opinion, it is something that not only slows your game but also creates more problems than it solves, because if you want a real hard mod in Morrowind, you have to deal with files, to compare them, to choose the ones you want to keep in your game, and sooner or later you must be able to understand what a single kind of file is, to change it, to choose it, to fix it. So having a virtual file system can give you the illusion to be able to experiment with mods faster, but the real thing is when you have to adapt and choose one textures more than from here, one texture from there, one mesh fixed from here, you must deal with files, real files, and so a virtual file system is just something creating problems, especially with the all games like this one, which needs to have to see its files with full access and not having things moved under your nose, especially if you use external tools, and there are many for Morrowind. So I think all in all, a mod manager is just for people with no experience, and real modders don't need it. But this is my very old style view about it. So it depends. There are also very knowledgeable people who like to use, like Nightcascade, who like to use a mod manager. So it depends. For me, the important thing is that people use the mod manager understanding what that virtual file system means, in that they must use any external tool through the mod manager, as they cannot find properly the files. That's very simple to understand, but a lot of people just read a modding guide, think that a mod manager can make their life easier, but at the first problem when some file is not found, then they have big problems finding the solution, because files are no more there where they should be. And so, all in all, I don't think that a mod manager is so good. Maybe using Albert Morrowind is a little different, because you start already with a different concept about having multiple directories that you choose, and so you don't expect to have everything in data files. But with the standard game, most tools like test-free command, like test tool, like mesh, are expecting everything there. So hello, Dane. We were talking about streamers, game streamers, and I think that a pretty interesting thing is when a game streamer is also a game mod creator, because then you have the technical knowledge about making mods work together. There are good streamers that don't know very much technically about how mods work. So sometimes they don't realize what happens or what a conflict can be, how it can be solved, and so on. While a mod maker usually have a better grasp about those things. Anyway, I was trying to go to Angaldal. I talk and I lose direction. Mesh is, in my opinion, essential to manage and to play a heavily modded installation, because it's the one tool. Still, it's a one tool which can process updating a mod to a new version in a way that is going to preserve your saves state. There are no other tools able to do this. I don't know if Open Morrowind is able to do something like that, honestly, but I doubt it, because it's not an easy task. Basically, to be able to do something like that, you need to compare the previous version of a mod and the new version that you are installing, and they must be both available if you want to compare them. And that is one thing that only Mesh can do so far. By the way, a few people do it correctly. Most people just overwrite the old version of the mod with the new one, and then use a repair all to fix things, but that's not the correct way to do it, because repairing means you are deleting things that could have been updated more correctly using the Mash updaters procedure. So it's not something that a lot of people use, but it's there, and Mesh can do it. And then you can use it like a mod manager. Maybe not the most modern one, but it is still something that you can use for that. So it's one tool that in theory you can use to do everything. Almost everything. Then you need other tools to fix things like test for command and test tools, but then you need some conflict detectors, then you need some install. If you want to make a mod, you need some mod packager. Also to check if a mod has all the needed resources. There's a lot of tools that are useful to maintain a modded Morrowind, but the most useful one is still Mesh. Okay, so walk.
Explain what happened, and deliver Ulani's papers.
We have already Thief Ring, Mage Ring. I think I will get this one, because Xiaoyu is not really a fighter, but she's a pack rat, so having a little strength
Fighter ring
could help.
I told Angered Hell that the hauntings would stop, and gave him the note from Ulani Helleran. As a reward, he gave me my choice of 3 enchanted rings: a fighter ring, a mage ring, and a thief ring. I chose a fighter ring.
I use something. I just extract the archive usually, then I process the meshes using how is it called? It's a tool to fix the paths of textures and to change the extension to DDS. I don't remember the name, but I use always that, and then I use the ordenador texture replay. How is it called? Texture compress and something like that to compose the textures and to fix the maps and things like that. And then I copy by hand, install by hand the files of the mod resources. Then I open the mod in the construction set and in MW edit, check the script, check the dialogue, check the conflicts using mostly test plugin, conflict detector, sometimes test preview, but usually the old one is better in my opinion. And so on. Then I try the mod, fix the things that need fixing, and if I decide to keep the mod, then I repack the mod. And then I install it using mesh, but that's the last thing I do. But that's because I never just install a mod. I usually tweak it a lot because oftentimes it needs to be tweaked for compatibility with the rest of but it depends how many mods you have, because the more mods the more difficult it is to keep things compatible with each other. So if you don't have many mods, usually conflicts are not so many. But if you have hundreds and hundreds of mods, paying attention to any single new mod you install and checking for errors before playing, oftentimes in the long run it is faster, because you are able to realize things that could give problems as soon as you are installing the mod. And it's easier than having to hunt for problems while playing, especially with some kind of problems with meshes and things like this. They are very hard to fix sometimes.
So, retainer of House Lalu, am I supposed to care?
Okay, so I think he's not going to allow us to join. So I think this is some kind of conflict, or maybe there's a requirements problem, but in theory the mod should allow to join. So I will take a note about checking the mod with Angardal. Why cannot join? And I like to check this thing, but probably it's not something super fast.
What do you want?
Oh, Outlander, did you want something?
You have my any time now.
And I think he's the one giving passage to the Azurian island. But you must do some kind of quest first. Okay, so we cannot join the Thalvani, and this is bad. But for now, I don't know what to do about it, so we go back to the Mages Guild.
I see you. Hello.
Let's go this way. I love the Children of Morrowind mod. They are killing my frame rate, but they are so nice. Could take a look also here.
That's unusual.
Thus, a mod adding a sort of
Finally, something interesting.
second floor. An attic. And this is another place you can use to spend the night for free. All these gold. I think it's part of the Serendipity Traveler mod, the one adding the barns all around. And I don't think we can join the Thieves Guild. We need more experience, more skills.
What's this all about?
Good to see you, Outlander. Searching for spells?
This is unexpected, but not unwelcome. Please go ahead.
Inyal wants to play a joke on Skinkintree's shade. She asked me to bring her a cheap restore personality potion, which I can buy from a healer in Sadrith Mora.
Okay, we could go back to Balmora, Vivek, Caldera. Balmora could be interesting. I'll go here first.
What can I help you with?
And this is strange. We have been able to go out of dialogue with this steel.
Not yet.
Never seen something like this.
Iranil gave me a donation for the Buckmoth Fund.
Oh, we must do that too.
Welcome. Care to talk?
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
What is this regarding, Breton?
Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
Nobody's going to help.
Welcome. Please don't be shy.
Let's see, Edwina.
Edwina Albert gave me a donation for the Buckmoth Fund.
All right, I'm listening.
If it's magic you are looking for, you've come to the right place.
What is this about, Breton?
I'm listening. Please, go ahead.
Nothing yet.
Lewis, you are going to
but I'm
spend a
working
lot
on
of
it.
time here. You better go inside.
Hold still, coward. Hold still, coward.
A little foggy. The mod jam mods, I took a look at a couple of them, I think. But not really.
Let me know before I eat my homework.
Honestly, I don't think a mod done in 2 days is going to be something possibly very good. But I have still to look at them all, so. I think I have downloaded some of them, let me check, because I don't remember. I think I have installed the one adding a shack done as an exterior one. It's a scenic mode, adding an exterior shack and just that. Not that one, the original one, the one adding a new shack, because honestly I don't think that replacing the existing one, not something. Not sure, but maybe I have some other mods that is adding some NPCs, some quests there, so not sure it doesn't conflict. But also because I think that a mod like that, honestly, is better to be something unique, adding a new thing than replacing the other shacks.
Anytime now.
But I'm curious here because in theory I have also a mod which is called all-in Laren, something like this, with a Riderun, a Riderun companion, and in theory it should have appeared somewhere after I joined, but I did not see him so far. Oh, this one is interesting. A very strange helmet, a mixed style between a Moondog god and must be the one.
Nothing.
Olin. It's a companion from some couple of years ago, I think.
Olin gave me a key to his house in case we get separated.
But I'm curious because I never use it, and I read the description of the mod, and I want to try it. Like I'm trying Yashka. Yeah, I think it's been done by you and other modders for one of the Morrowind modding madness about a couple years ago, or the last years. Yeah, I'm looking for a companion like this, having
Let's
something
go.
to say when you go and visit places. Like every time we meet a wood elf male, Yashka has something to say. And I like this kind of bantering. Three years ago? Ah, how the time flies.
Use your melee weapons.
And oh, so yeah, the standard options.
Use what you wish.
But
You
for
have
for
my
now,
attention.
she's strong enough, I think. She's great carrying things. Oh, and let's see if he's actually walking. Oh, little problem here. Can't see his name. But is there a command you must give him? Fellowship? Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so he should appear. Huh? Oh, and this rusty mace of the apprentice. Oh, he gave me this. Let's see. I don't know where this thing is coming from. Crap. This is a super powerful rusty weapon. If this one is the one for the apprentice, I don't know. The master one, what could be? Improve more than this with a 45 blunt weapon like this. Okay. Okay, let's try this thing. I'm curious about it. Olin gave it to me, but I don't want it because I don't like mazes. So, Olin, take your maze. And also, Olin, sorry, but I need to give you a better helmet. Lost. I want to see your eyes, Olin. Take this. Much better. Okay. But honestly, I think this mace is a little overpowered to be a starting item. Unless, is there a reason why you must learn how to use a mace? For the... yes, I am experimenting with a new mod to make companion loot things for you. You alt and activate, and they take the things if they can. And I'm trying also to make them open chests if they are able to pick the lock and things like this. But that is more difficult. But the part where they can take things from the ground and from containers is mostly working. Oh, it's very fragile. Now I understand. So it makes sense if it is fragile, because this way even yeah, 50 points. It should take a few hits to break. That's correct. And then it is with the 45 blunt, because this way anyone can use it, correct? It makes sense. And what I must train a special way, or I just hit some cliff races as usual to practice with this maze? I think I will cheat and give the maze to Yashka. Because okay, I will try to use the mace, but not now, because I must find a way to drop things. But for now, okay, let's add him to the companions. I think. No, not this way. I don't remember. Oh, with the Mark one. I am using a new mod instead of the Malayan teleportation. So, all in all, it's working well. I miss a little not being able anymore to recall all the companions at once, but it's just that thing that is not working as before. The rest is working pretty well, and probably the mod is even more stable.
call the gods?
I think the teleportation part done by this mod is better because it's simpler. Probably companions will have less frequently the problem when they go mad because you teleport too often. But Ashfall, I have to disinstall it for now because it was creating problems with the dialogue with the vendors of the water and the food. It was crashing a lot. Anyway, we have a new companion, Olin. Welcome to the gang. I think he will go great with Yashka, I think. I like it, but it was a little too harsh for my companions because nobody wanted to follow me. So I have set it to 60, I think. But it's nice because the mod is you can configure it a lot, so you can fine-tune it as you like it. For instance, I don't like to pay to have a limit to the intervention spells. But there was nothing in the logs useful, I think. But I think it's a problem about messing with the dialogue too much. Not sure it's a good idea. I think you can use just standard dialogue to choose options. And it makes things easier because as you have one ESP mod anyway to define some spells and things, you can just use that for some standard dialogue options to the left of the dialogue windows. It doesn't change anything. Or you can use something like all the companions do, use some more options like that, and you have zero compatibility problems compared to messing with the options from Lua. Something like this. Instead of having it here, you have it here. It changes nothing from a usage point of view, and you have no problems. Okay, they are following together. There's one thing that I would change a little in the teleportation mod. It's called Mark and Recall Extended, something like this, I think. The way the companions teleport to you could be put a little away from the player, but that's a minor thing. Okay, so here we are, two companions, and I don't remember what I... Oh, I must go to Balmora and go with the Sharn Grandma's quest. So I think probably better to go back to the guild. As we are here, could also visit the Fighters Guild. And then another mod that I want to give a try is the very recent one. I don't think it is in the it's me. Don't think it is in the Morrowind two days competition, but it's very recent. The one that is aligning things when you drop them. I will give it a try, but there's something that I don't understand. It's a very short code mod, but that's a part that I don't understand. So maybe I will wait for a new version. No, it's not a matter that is too simple. There's a line where there are some variables which are not defined anywhere. So, as I understand it, that line is never executed because it is always returning nil. And so I don't understand how it can work or what that line is doing, and so I will probably wait for
I don't care for those
a new version before trying to change that line. It really just work is something that Bethesda games are not very good with. But I'm a coder too, and when I see one line that I don't understand of that, I think it's not like it should be. I prefer to wait a little for a next version. So this is especially true with very short mods, because a very short mod is very you can take a look at it very fast.
That rat's in the bag.
What was that?
Okay, so he's telling me that better not kill. Rufinus Aleus. That's good.
Precious Mercius gave me a donation for the Buckmoth Fund.
This is one of the long ones.
No. Another time, perhaps.
Okay, so
Tidings, citizen.
told us not to kill Rufinus Aleus. Basically, he's the previous Fighters Guild leader, and he's telling us about suspicious mission.
Go ahead. I'm...
There are lots of people here.
Welcome. Care to talk?
But if you have tested the mod a lot, probably I will just try to understand why it is working regardless of that line. If it works, it works. More money. Oh, crash. Every now and then. Those containers are not really so robust. But I think I will stop here for now because it's been a long streaming already. But that mod about dropping things align with the timing is pretty a good idea, so I think I will give it a try very soon too. And I think it is actually some feature that has been ported directly from Ashfall, I think, because Ashfall is doing something like that when you place the tents and things. Okay, so from this crash, I think I will stop here, and thanks for watching and for talking about the mods, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.